Greetings, I am Liz, and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal, and I use they, them.
And then I tried to tap the recorder in advance one page, so this is the next line after the one we read at the end of the last episode.
One. And I don't remember what it was.
It's fine.
Anyway, let's play a game together! Yay! Yeah! Alright, so...
sometimes you just miss the tiny button on the recorder, and it's just... That's how it is.
That's it. That's how the cookie crumbles. I know it's probably only temporary, but... It's not like we'll go bankrupt tomorrow.
I hope. You don't actually know, you poor thing.
Hesitant, but he's definitely lost standing within the community. And it's all my fault.
How do you know he's lost standing within the community? Within the art community? Within the social community?
Yeah,
within his community as prestige?
What?
Like... Did he really just go to those clients and go, the painting I made for you is now damaged beyond repair. I can no longer take your commission. I will make you nothing. Because that would be pretty bad.
Again, you guys, I'm still annoyed. Bumped. I understand that she was high, but I still think that if she was that goddamn high, guess what? You're more likely to basically overemphasize or over-exaggerate, considering the kind of high she seemed to be.
I destroyed it.
Ruined them. I mutilated them. Like, you get really, really theatrical. Like, whoa. And I'm really stunned.
When they use bumped, I think my friend is attached to bump in the same way that if you've watched any of our Arcana series with Nadia, I'm like, she leans down constantly as if we're about 4 feet tall.
Lean.
She doesn't just like
lean.
She doesn't just like bend slightly. She doesn't just tilt her head down. She leans her whole body down.
It's what it feels like. It's
or
true.
Bends over to talk to you.
Go.
Anyway.
Yes.
Ben, I've told you not to worry about it, right? Didn't I give you those instructions? Wasn't that my direction? Darling, why aren't you listening to your daddy? Everything is under control, Pumpkin. Just let the adults handle it and don't think about things. Okay, actually, so this bothers me in reference to, there was a number of times, like, okay, so in low-income families, which if you don't know, that's the background I come from, surrounded by a huge amount of white people poverty was my whole childhood, okay? And
way more poor than I ever was, holy
yes, I was gonna say, one of the things, I mean, like, most of the people I knew were, like, on, food stamps, that kind of thing, or regularly had, like, their telephones turned off, or didn't have water for a while, or couldn't buy food for a few days. Like, this was the experience I had. And anyway, so one of the things that I've experienced there is a lot of times when you're in this experience of incredible poverty, you'll have occasional bonuses, whether it's a bonus from work, whether it's an unexpected check, whether you won like with a lottery ticket or whatever, because, a lot of people gamble hoping to improve their situation when they have no other options. And going, yes, it might take away several dollars that I would otherwise have, but the chances of getting something so good to take care of my family is just too much of a lure.
Yeah.
At any rate, there was a lot of kids that I talked to and a lot of people that I knew that when they grew up, they were just like the amount of like basically feast and then famine that they experienced rather than sort of a balanced metering out of things scared the hell out of them. There was actually one young lady that I read a book by, and I didn't know her personally at all, but that really mirrored my experience growing up, where what didn't happen in my family, but happened with a lot of my friends, where when they would get any kind of like a windfall or a bonus or get more comfortable, a lot of times the adults in their life would go and really like aggressively spend, like, we deserve a really fancy Christmas dinner, or we're just gonna like go and get all those things that we deserve, or we're just gonna get that giant TV or whatever it is because we have the money right now, and that basically it made the kids feel really economically insecure way more than just when they had a long period where it was predictable all the time.
Yeah.
And like him not like connecting her to it, but also just being like, I'll handle it. And the adults in these cases never really talking about it. Just sometimes there's a ton of food and sometimes there's none at all for weeks kind of thing. That like, it's a really painful, challenging thing for someone who basically you have power over and is subordinate to you.
Yeah.
But especially somebody who's your child and you've brought in as a team member on the family. So not a big fan of what he's doing here.
It's okay.
Everything is under control, Pumpkin.
I know, Dad.
Hurry up then. Otherwise, you'll...
Before Daddy can finish what he is saying, a fancy Italian... How do I know it's Italian? God, I have a shit ton of money. Or this is a weird thing that I focus on, but I focus on clothes, not cars.
Or it's something that you just randomly know because someone had one in a picture on a blog one time. And you're like, that's what an Italian limousine looks like. And you just happen to have that one tiny blip on the map.
But I'm also like, an Italian limousine. Do they actually, like, can you tell by like I know like
It would
different
just
places.
be, it would be the car brand on the
Yeah,
back. That's
no,
it.
and I'm just like, that's super funny that it's like, let's get this vague. Let's not just be
Because you
specific.
can't say a Maserati, and
Or
you can't
a Mercedes-Benz
you
or some
can't
shit,
say
yeah.
a Lamborghini. You can't say a car by, you know,
Lamborghini.
Porsche. My Lamborghinis. It's okay. We just need a garage full of Lamborghinis.
Right? A fancy Italian limousine pulls
Pulse.
into our driveway. I can habla. All right. Who is that?
A friend of yours?
I shrug, since I don't really know. I'm gonna throw it out there that it's Nate.
I'm guessing, however,
It could also be Alex, since we're still wrapping up with Alex.
we also have no idea what sort of monetary situation Nate has. He's still a local band.
Right?
Like, he's like still an indie band, basically, so we don't know how much money he's actually got.
Right? The driver gets out first and then jogs quickly to the passenger door.
Oh.
We're
It's the rich girlfriend, it's okay.
both wrong.
Bye.
Jillian?
Hmm.
My dad furrows his eyebrows, trying to recognize my friend.
If it's not a boy, I don't know what they're doing here.
Right?
Why?
What do other girls do here? What?
Why would you...
What?
Female friends should not be coming to see you. You should be seeing them at school. Pulls glasses off. Pulls
Right up.
glasses out of pocket to put on face to lower them to look.
Right? But he isn't able to come up with anything.
Well, Bern, I'm going to head inside.
Goodbye!
I've got to phone a few clients. Have fun at school. I assume you're going in that limo.
I guess. Okay, Dad. Bye! Jillian walks up to my front porch. The last time we talked, we were on good terms. However, we haven't talked much since, although we did collaborate on a blog post together, and luckily it went well.
That's cute.
That's actually a pretty good sign of maybe working together.
All right. Okay, so I want to point this out because it just happened here. A lot of times, I have mentioned that in these stories, you can use really quick, really concise exposition to let the player/reader know that things have been going on off screen that we haven't seen, instead of just dropping them in a functional manner later, instead of just referring to them later. She's telling us that she's continued her interactions with Jillian and specifically told us in what way since the last time we saw her on screen and then moving forward.
Right.
So that level of exposition I don't see in a lot of these games. They'll just refer to something in the moment as if this is another piece of it progressing off of it.
Right.
That's never happened before. It happened really egregiously in like My Nurse Girlfriend.
Yeah.
In reference to the big drama is that we don't know if you're going to be able to walk, which was never mentioned until the very end ever.
Yeah.
I was going to say, and like physical therapy, which was never happening ever. And then suddenly it's referred to, not like I have been doing this, but I make a comment on it. Like, so there's a difference in like that exposition, and I really liked that wrap up there. That was really well done.
Right. However, due to our history, somehow I feel like I should be careful around her.
French, right?
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, Bern.
She greets me cheerfully, and I don't know why I'm suddenly nervous.
All of you are rich bastards, that's why.
Yes. Hi, Jillian. What are you doing here? Jillian giggles softly.
I'm here to pick you up. Duh.
Yes, of course.
Isn't that obvious?
Pick me up.
Well, I mean, not just my body. You would be too heavy. Yeah, so we can go to school together. Besides, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. It's probably the fact that you met the lead of Heartless Horizon, and that I want access to a different boy.
Please.
Potentially.
Aye, who knows? What is it? Can we just discuss it at school?
Nope. This can't wait. So, are you in or not? Stressed out, gesturing gently to the limousine. Are you coming with me?
Please? I go to school with Jillian, kindly refuse her offer.
I don't see any reason
I don't see not
refuse.
to either. Go to school with Jillian. Like, she's like, I'm a little resistant, but yeah, Bern seems to be okay with it.
As I say, she just seems confused, not resistant. Like, she doesn't seem afraid or put off in any way.
Yeah, I'm in. But you're not mad at me, are you? Jillian's giggles quickly turn into laughter, but she regains her composure, once again assuming a ladylike veneer. That is a wild upgrade of language. Go ahead.
Veneer, yes. She's got the veneerist. It's fine. Why would I be mad at you? Is there a reason that I should be?
I shrug. Beats me.
You just never know when someone's gonna suddenly explode on you for no for a reason you weren't aware of.
I love that though. That is like somebody who is used to getting blown up on. That is a wild thing to ask. Anyway.
Again, it continues to be consistent that Byrne shows signs of trauma. Even some of her like flightiness of going I know what I'm dealing with and this thing, and then suddenly going, maybe I keep thinking about him. Or even just the setup right here in the last episode of going, I know he's a player. Maybe he's not really a player. It was something special kind of thing of going, you fixate on stuff and you do seem a little flighty because you're scatterbrained because you're so overwhelmed.
Right.
Like some of the people that I've known that were the most hurt and like overwhelmed and overburdened and least prepared in my life are the ones that to a lot of other people I've seen seem really flighty, really wishy-washy, and really basically vapid.
Yeah.
And it's because they're so overwhelmed they can't function.
They're also really hurt and abused typically, which we actually knew somebody that we worked with. Where
I helped get someone out of a bad situation who was quite young and was that person. And a lot of people were super irritated with her, and I'm just like, I understand that she's lacking in social skills, and I also understand that sometimes she's rude, which she doesn't have permission to be, so it's important to like basically call her out on it when it happens. But she is traumatized, and so she's gonna forget things, and she's also gonna sometimes misunderstand the gravity of the situation all around the place.
Right.
And it's just one of those difficult things because basically she was this adult young woman who needed like so much help that it was ridiculous. Now, she wasn't disabled in any way. She just had been sheltered and abused so hard that she was way behind where she should have been.
Yeah.
So I guess delayed, if you will, but artificially delayed.
Which actually sounded really familiar to me because in a lot of ways I completely felt her a lot at the time of just going like, yep, parents and school and basically actually mostly parents and religion really kept me isolated, and that was a lot of fun.
All right.
Time.
No, Ben, I'm far from being mad at you. I thought we were friends now?
Yeah, yes, we are. This is just so out of the blue, but it's very kind of you to come all the way here.
Well, that's what friends are for, right? I just assumed this is normal. Oh, different car. Different car.
We're also suddenly in front of, specific areas that we were never in front of before. That's amazing.
It's fine.
The chauffeur,
You got it.
Hello, all right. The chauffeur opens the door. As soon as we get in the car, Jillian, help, but start talking.
Jillian, help. So, Ben, I just imagined her like sitting on her knees on the seat, turned sideways, like, I need to talk to you about this thing.
Right?
Oh, what's our next project?
Now you're doing it. Our next project?
Fashion blog, of course.
Oh, right. So our theme last time was party outfits, right?
Yes. And what about school outfits this time?
I think that's a good idea. In fact, I really like what you're wearing today, Jillian.
Oh my god, hold on. We have just passed the Bechdel test. They're not talking about a boy.
Yay!
Yay! They're just talking to each other, not about a boy.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not sure that she and Kayla have actually done that, really.
I don't think we have.
But this, and then other times it was always in reference to a boy, like advice about my, outfit or about my ex-boyfriend or whatever. This is great. It's just a friend thing.
Yay! Finally.
Really?
I nod. Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. Do you think it looks like I tried too hard?
No, Jillian, everything you do looks effortless.
It really does, even the little curls in your hair.
Suddenly our conversation is interrupted. Jillian's phone chimes loudly. Jillian gasps as if she has seen a ghost.
Holy guacamole.
What's wrong?
Check your phone.
I've rummaged through my backpack, but must have left my phone at home. Oh no! I don't have it with me. I must have left it behind.
Oh, Ben, I can't believe what I just saw, but I can't show you. You have to look on your own phone.
All right.
But you go, girl.
I frown while trying to understand what she could possibly mean.
It's now about a boy.
I'm not being trolled again, am I?
Fashion blog? No. It just said, you go, girl. It means you just did something awesome.
Did I not use the correct term?
Unexpected. That is, in case, because we're not very close and we have different, language in our social groups, it means, yes, good job.
I guess? But I still have no idea what you're talking about. Could you please just show me?
The selfie has been posted, I will bet you.
That's what I was immediately
thinking.
thinking. Jillian hands her smartphone to me. And obviously turn it over so I can see what she's so excited about. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! Sorry.
I feel like I've been struck by lightning. Pictures of me and Nate are going viral on the internet.
Because you were just standing there, we're all taking pictures too, I'm sure. It's
I
okay.
have to say, like, I am sort of flabbergasted as to the level of how ridiculously drama-filled Burns' life is. Like,
And
I'm
how, how many
everything
algorithms
goes
she continues to
viral.
hit.
And I'm like,
On the other hand, this could be her opinion of viral. So, bear with me for a second. Sometimes when you're young, things seem really, really big. I have had people be like, wow, I didn't expect my video to go viral. And it has like 2,000 views.
right? And you're kind of like,
Which for them is a huge difference. So, because most of their stuff has like 12 or 15 views. And then, other than that, it's not like to the nation, it's not hugely viral.
Right.
So this could be a smaller thing than it looks like. And it can't. And Byrne does exaggerate some things because, like, the things in her life that are so huge she can't possibly function are kind of amazing.
right?
All right, anyway.
Like, pictures of me and Nate are going viral on the internet.
Because she, like, downplays
Whoa.
the really huge stuff, and then she
Right.
sort of, like, sometimes just, like, overemphasizes the little stuff.
Yeah, she really does. The pictures were taken at an angle that makes it seem like we were kissing.
Yeah, because, behind you, when he's against you on the wall, and people are like, oh my god.
Who posted these pictures?
I don't know. But tell me, how did it feel to kiss a rock star?
Kiss?
Oh,
We didn't kiss.
oh, come on, girl. I promise I won't tell anyone.
We didn't kiss, Jillian. We were just talking to each other.
As he had me sort of captured gently between him and the wall.
The Capadon was extreme.
Yes.
Nothing happened.
Okay, I believe you, but why, it really looks like,
I know, kissy. She smiles at me and tries to wink.
I believe you. Wink, wink. I will keep
It's the truth.
Yeah, I believe you. It's okay.
Jillian talks about her experience dating a movie star.
And hiding it, I'm sure.
Oh, because you're as far as I know, you're a little underage, so that would be a little...
Maybe the movie star was also underage. You never
That's
know.
possible.
There's plenty of child stars.
There are plenty of child stars, and it actually reminds me sometimes where people are always like, oh my god, I can't believe all these adults are playing children. And I'm like, do you really want to have children
Playing
some of the things that those adults do?
So one of the actresses that I actually really like and have liked over the years, though she's had, I want to say, an interesting career compared to most actresses that I'm aware of, is Yardley Smith. And I actually knew her from a couple of movies before actually she played Lisa Simpson on The Simpsons.
Right.
I was going to say, and when she talks about her own career, that she has essentially what amounts to like a form of babyface, if you will. So for her, when she was up to like even 25, she was successfully playing like 13 and 14-year-olds kind of thing.
Right.
Because she just was tiny and, had this round, adorable face kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I love that she was able to do that, but she also talks about basically that as an adult, she was able to fill those child roles, which while it might not have been authentic 100% of the way, because it's not a real child, it was really, really good because in the business, it's very, very hard to be a child in those highly professional situations.
Mhm.
So when you can have an adult fill a child role, it's really valuable because then you don't have basically the chance to misuse a child.
Right.
And one of the things that they've talked about on like a lot of Hollywood sets where they do bigger productions with mass children, like ensemble cast kind of thing, is that you really need a certain group of people to be working with them to really treat them well, to take care of them, to realize that while you have production schedules, while you're running big business, while there are a lot of deadlines, these are still kids.
Yeah.
And then it takes a certain kind of basically business person to realize what it is to be a kid in that environment and to work with them well, which is why there are a lot of basically child actors that have had very rough times about it and have come out the other end sort of, really overwhelmed and hurt and just, beleaguered from the experience.
Right.
And so anyway, I think it's really cool that she did that. And she's like, I accepted a lot of roles when they're like, this would be way younger than you. And sometimes, basically against the advice going, you need to move into adult roles from like either a producer or someone else. And she's like, no, I can do this. It'll be great.
Right.
And I think that was wonderful. And I loved that about her.
Right.
Like,
however, I can't concentrate because I'm worried about something else. Why hasn't Nate called me yet? Why are we still on this? Does he know anything about this? Actually, that would make sense because you bring up the photos. It's in reference to Nate going, why hasn't Nate called me? Would Nate know about
if this has gone super
Yeah.
viral, it seems more likely they would have called me. But also, I think she is sort of sliding into that sort of thing that there's a lot going on in her life. And
There's always
she
a
is,
lot going
I know,
on.
there's always a lot going on. I would say this is her whole life. I was going to say, but there's this experience of going, that's my idol. And even if he was overwhelming, and even if I know he's, quote, a player, there's still sort of that fantasy of, but with me, maybe it was something different. And then going, if it wasn't something different, then he should have called me, but also he should have called me even if it, like if it was something different, he should have called me, but even if it wasn't something different, he also should have called me because he should be trying to be a player. So it's wrong both ways.
Right?
And so there's a little bit of like fixation and confusion because if he's just trying to get laid, he should have called me.
Right.
And if it was special, he also should have called me. So why hasn't he called me?
Right?
You get it?
I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Or is he behind the pictures?
I-
As Jillian and as soon as I get out of the car with Jillian, excuse me, all eyes are on me.
One more time, everyone is just standing there in their giant unified t-shirt with all their faces just looking at you going, really, girl? Really? Just really?
Once again, I'm the subject of gossip among the students of Siva Palace University. It is actually a university. We actually fucking at a university?
We weren't at the beginning, so...
I remember they mentioned there's like, so we could see the school we were going to go to, right? And then it was like, did it just jump through? I don't
Not
understand.
as far as I know.
But I just can't get used to everyone looking at me. A lot of them are actually adults who are just here at school and they've been working their own lives, and why they're all on the same social media feed, I would never know, because this is ridiculous.
Also,
actually.
everyone just standing there, I will look at you. You're apparently the most interesting thing in this entire school. Tapping off with her 500 feet.
Right?
La, la, la.
And being the center of attention.
What are you guys looking at? Mind your own business. Just
Jill-
because she's doing better than you, piss off.
Right? Jillian snaps at them. Everyone looks away and whispers among themselves. Thanks, Jillian.
Don't mention it. Your secret is safe with me. But sorry, I have to run to class now. Let's talk about our project again after school, okay?
Aye. But we're going to talk about it in the next one! Hey, so thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We have some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
This might be one of the only, followed through plot threads that's not about a guy, and that's kind of amazing to me.
I mean, it is about a guy.
No, the blog post. Let's do a fashion project together.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at least they kept the whole thing of, that she does fashion, sort of.
No, I know. They followed through with it, and they gave her a friend to do it with, which I think is kind of neat.
I don't know. They kind of did the same thing, though, in the other one with My Mystic Dragons, and here she writes stories, and that sort of dropped in and out as much as this one does, so, okay.
But this part isn't about a boy.
I know!
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!